Hello and welcome to the Tweetcore Radio Hour. I'm your host, Mark Schuster, and I invite you to join me on my ongoing quest to seek out great new music, independent artists that we discover together in the far reaches of the social media universe.
Hey man, did you get the latest version of the soap tune that I sent you?
Yeah, we got it. So we on the way now going to pick it up. So when I pick it up and I reach back at the studio, I call you on video call, okay?
Okay, mate.
All right.
Who can hear will fail? End up in a hot water and get pale. You better know who real. And watch out for the steel. Why you do what me do? Why you do what me do?
Elephant man, question.
Why you do what me do?
You'll never find someone like me.
Why you do what me do?
There's nobody quite like me.
Why you do what me do?
You'll never find someone like me.
Yo.
There's nobody quite like me.
Where to begin? 3 sheets to the wind. I'm sober to Greek, mate, Anthony Quinn. Big fat grin, dance on a whim. Pissed out my mind, yeah, going with the wind. Call me the son of the morning, or a geezer with an axe to grind. When destiny comes calling, now that I'll be out getting drunk with some mates of mine. Don't compare me with another. To be myself is my master plan. Music ain't my bread and butter, but give me a hammer and I swear I'll break the fucking dam.
Why you do what me do?
You'll never find someone like me.
Why you do what me do?
There's nobody quite like me.
What you say? Why you do what me do?
You'll never find someone like me.
Come on. Why you do what me do?
Them fi know, we no afraid of chatter, more murderer, them a tatter, right up the shatter, see them a scatter, left blacker a flatter. Well then, the boy fatter, we have to deal with the matter proper, inna the massacre, kick off him big head just like a tacker. Woo, woo, waiting farmer run go call the copper, alright, when them corner him, we a circle go back for now them there, the doctor lie down, I wonder where them get shot for, bone get fracture, send him to the chiropractor. Who see them uncle can't talk, can't touch a button, if them want it start, them boy I can't do it nothing. The dog them they are ready for yam them because them glutton. Tell them fi try something, so further open them uncle can't talk, can't touch a button, if them want it start, them boy I can't do it nothing. The dog them they are ready for yam them because them glutton. Tell them fi try something, so further open want them. Want them.
You'll never find someone like me.
What you say? Want them.
There's nobody quite like me.
What you say?
We gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah, in a Chicago, alongside the geezer pop star.
You know the chop go. You never find someone like me.
Want them.
Not quite like me.
Somebody want them.
Not quite like me.
I want them.
From the album Boombap for Boomers, that was Lewca featuring Elephant Man. The song was called Quite Like Me. Per usual, or as is often the case at least, I found out about Lewca. I believe I read a review. Actually, I know for a fact. I read a review of that album, Boombap for Boomers, on the Eclectic Music Lover blog. And if you're not reading that, you should. eclecticmusiclover.com, writing tirelessly about all the cool new music he discovers all the time. It's Jeff Archuleta, hero to us all. And to whom am I referring when I say to us all? I'm talking about you and me and all the Tweetcore faithful, all the indie musicians out there and the people who love their music. For this, my friends, is the Tweetcore Radio Hour. My name is Mark Schuster. I am your humble host, bringing you the best music I can find as I scour the internet far and wide and diving deep into the uncharted waters of the social media universe. fending off sharks and pirates and those weird robots that try to get you to pay money for more Spotify streams. They're the worst. And what about those Russian sex robots? Oh my God. Half the time I spend on Twitter is time spent blocking Russian sex robots. And it's not nearly as fun as it sounds. But it's all worth it because at the end of the day, I surfaced from the murky depths with cool tunes like this one. Great Expectations by Handsomerat.
4 in the morning, there's an interesting light. We all know that more girls fight. Nothing quite like the Saturday night right here. Everyone's at it and they're trying to stab, trying to grab at some girl's hand. Nothing quite like the Saturday night right here. Saturday night right here. Everyone's at it and they're trying to stab, trying to grab on some girl's hair. Nothing quite like the Saturday night right here.
Didn't catch your name. Strain my ears to hear what you were saying. Was a visitor again, in a time and place I didn't understand. Watching the hands wave while the light played with the sound bleed, pushing through the crowd. A costume change, the band were loud. I looked around, I'll never find you now. Drowning in the air, head out the taxi cab. City like a fun fair, felt like I was a dog. The lights were loud, my skin was on fire. Where am I now? I don't wanna find out. I never wanted to let you down. Watched your cowboy hat fly over the crowd.
Love the vibe on that one. That was Date Night by Lost Line. Before that, we had Great Expectations by Handsomerat. That one kind of reminded me of The Clash a little bit. And let me tell you one thing, if you're looking for Handsomerat, you gotta be careful, because there are a couple handsome rats out there. And I don't mean that metaphorically, though I suppose it might also work as a metaphor. But on a strictly literal plane, I was looking for Handsomerat on Spotify, and I typed it as 2 words, Handsome Rat, and it brought me to a different band. But then when I typed 1 word, Handsomerat, all 1 word, I found the handsome rat I was looking for. So I don't know, maybe I could teach a thing or two to those Russian sex robots I was mentioning earlier. Though I suppose they're not looking for handsome rats so much as desperate rats, or maybe just sad rats, I suppose. And no offense, of course, to anyone listening, like if you are into Russian sex robots and that's your thing, don't let me rain on your parade. Don't let me yuck your yum. But the next time you're hanging out with the Russian sex robots, just tell them to stop following me on Twitter, just because seriously, it is annoying having to continually block them. But enough about Russian sex robots. We have a lot of music we need to get to. Up next, we have a song I heard on another really cool radio show that you should listen to if you're not listening to it already. Only the Host has a great show. Weekdays, 3 p.m. on YouTube. I don't know how he finds the time to do it. I barely have the time to put together an hour of music every week, and he's out there 5 days a week, spreading the good news about all the great indie bands out there. I don't know, maybe he knows something I don't know. Maybe he knows how to fend off the Russian sex robots automatically. Maybe he's just learned to live with it. Learn to live with having an army of Russian sex robots following him on Twitter. I'm not saying he has, I'm just saying, if I could do that, maybe I would spend less time fighting them off, and I would just ignore them, and I would have more time to play great tunes like this one from Nevo. It's Room Full of Doors. Great track there. That was by Western Jaguar. I believe that was Western Jaguar's first album. It's called Glacia. Glacia. I may be saying it wrong. And I love the guitars on that one. That haunting, wobbly, jangly, trembling electric guitar sound. Lots of reverb, drenched in reverb. I love that sound. The song, by the way, is called Mount Baker. Like I said, it's on an album called Glacia. And the cool thing, as far as I know, I think that album is available for free on Bandcamp. I think it's one of those pay what you wish deals. And if you wish to pay $0, that's cool. So once again, it's called Glacia by Western Jaguar, so definitely look for that one on Bandcamp. Before that, we heard A Nevo. Need to point out, it's spelled Ayenevo. I was pronouncing it I Nevo in my head. And he offered me some advice on how to pronounce his name. He said it rhymes with Say Jeffo, which was actually quite helpful. Saved me from looking like a jackass in front of my whole audience by saying his name wrong. So here's to you, Nevo, for helping out a DJ. The song, once again, was called Room Full of Doors. It's from the album Perfection, Walking the Streets in the Sun. Up next, you may know them as Fifth Sister, but they also record as LJ Beckett. And when they do, it sounds like this. More of that wobbly, jangly guitar I was talking about. That tremolo guitar. I love it. Reminds me of Dwayne Eddy. Good old Dwayne Eddy. Best known for his 1958 instrumental hit, Rebel Rouser, as I'm sure you know. But that track you just heard was LJ Beckett. The song was called Sunshine Stroll. That's from the Feeling EP. Great stuff. Slightly different direction than the Fifth Sister song, so I could see why they would release it under a different name. So if you like that one, check it out on Bandcamp. Up next, I have favorite segment of this show. It's the GetMusic.fm picks. When I'm not busy fending off pirates and those Russian sex robots I was telling you about, not to mention those alleged music marketing experts who guarantee they'll pump up your Spotify numbers, despite the fact that they have 3 Twitter followers. When I'm not battling against all of those entities, I don't even want to say people, because there's robots involved. When I get tired of battling all of them, I just go straight to getmusic.fm to look for some music. Why? Because it's free, and it's where independent musicians go to share their music with like-minded people to find the audience they're looking for. The people who will appreciate their music. People like me, people like you. Sorry, I'm getting worked up, as I sometimes do. We're going to start this block of music, these GetMusic.fm picks, with a track called Affirmation. The band is Time Space Repeat, and the album is called Oneironaut.
flutes, choir, and violins. Flutes, choir, and violins.
We can get the lower sounds we need from the rhythm by slowing down the tape. And the higher sounds by speeding up the tape. you have to do is cut the notes the right These particular pictures we can record on this machine here.
Bitte beachten Sie, dass unser Onboard-Shop in einer halben Stunde schließt. Der Parfüm-Shop wird jedoch weiterhin geöffnet sein.
Please note that the onboard shop will close in 30 minutes.
Wild stuff, really wild stuff there. That's another reason I love GetMusic.fm. You're always surprised you can find all kinds of cool stuff, and it could be the kind of stuff that maybe if you're going on Bandcamp and you're listening to it, you say, I don't know if I would spend $10 on that album. But you go on GetMusic.fm and you think, well, it's free, maybe I'll download it. Why not? It's just taking up space on my hard drive. I'll give it a listen. And here's what happens. That thing that maybe you wouldn't have bought for $10, you listen to it and you listen to it and you listen to it and you download it for free. And suddenly you're thinking, wait a second, I really like this. This is actually really cool. That's why GetMusic.fm is important. That's why Bandcamp is important. It's about that immersive listening experience, taking some time to listen to music that maybe you wouldn't normally listen to and not hitting that old skip button the way you might if you're listening to Spotify or something. In any case, those tracks you just heard were called Calm Place to Seat by Walfe Travolto. And before that, it was Dudes Wires a Violence by Glonk Squad. And I have to be honest with you, I picked that one this week for two reasons. One, they're called Glonk Squad. Come on, that is a great name. And two, there are these weird green sock puppet looking alien things on the cover. And I just couldn't look away from them. So if you're saying to yourself, wait, how do I get to be a GetMusic.fm pick of the week? Well, first of all, you got to get your music on GetMusic.fm. Second, call your band Glonk Squad. Third, put some cool green sock puppet aliens on your cover. Now, if you missed any of that, the names of the bands and whatnot, you can check out getmusic.fm/radio/tweetcore, and you'll find all of the music I have ever picked in this weekly segment we call getmusic.fm Picks of the Week. Up next, we're going to get into some spooky tunes, kicking things off with a couple by our good buddy Scoopski. And I mentioned last week that he has a Halloween EP out, and check that out. It's called Halloween with Scoopski. I'm not going to play anything from that EP yet because we still haven't earned it yet. We have not earned the right to listen to Halloween with Scoopski because we haven't listened to all of the spooky tunes in his back catalog. I mean, seriously, if we were to listen to Halloween with Scoopski now, we would be no better than those people who go out wearing a Frank Zappa t-shirt and can't name a single Frank Zappa album. Is that who you want to be? That's not who I want to be. Okay, maybe that's who you want to be, but that's definitely not who I want to be, and that is not the Tweetcore way. So I'm glad we've come to this understanding, and I'm pretty sure that next week we'll be able to dive into Halloween with Scoopski, but for now, here's Mr. Spyder from the album Bad Things Happen in Philadelphia. All right, now I feel bad. That whole thing about the Frank Zappa t-shirt, that was uncalled for. That was my bad. I was getting excited. Sometimes my passions get the better of me, That was not an excuse, it's merely an explanation, but please accept my sincerest apologies, and as a gesture of good faith, I think maybe we have earned this. In fact, I know that together we have earned this. From Halloween with Scoopski, here's Spooky Scary Skeletons.
Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek. We're so sorry, skeletons, you're so misunderstood. You only want to socialize, but I don't think we should. 'Cause spooky, scary skeletons shout startling, shrilly screams. They'll speak from their sarcophagus and just won't leave you be. Spirits supernatural are shy, what's all the fuss? But bags of bones seem so unsafe, it's semi-serious. Spooky, scary skeletons are silly all the same. They'll smile and scrabble slowly by and drive you so insane. Sticks and stones will break your bones, they seldom let you snooze. Spooky, scary skeletons will wake you with a boo.
Great stuff, fun stuff there. From Halloween with Scoopski, it's an EP, it's out now, you can get it. You've earned it. People out there, they might challenge you. They might say, what are you doing listening to Halloween with Scoopski? Have you listened to his back catalog? Have you heard the scary songs from his previous albums? And with your head held high, you will say, yes, I know Mr. Spyder. I know Black Cat Energy. Because I played that one last week. And they will back away. Hands raised in a gesture that is part surrender, part supplication. For they will know that you are a true Scoopski fan. And if there's one thing you don't mess with, it's a Scoopski fan. Up next, a couple more spooky songs to get us in that Halloween spirit. A couple tracks by my good buddy Brian Lambert. In fact, starting with this one, Don't Tease the Zombies.
Don't tease the zombies will get you. Don't tease the zombies will get you. Walking down the street, me and my homies, what do we see but zombies? We thought for a joke, we'd walk up, take a poke. It turns out they ain't funny. One of them got mad up and tried to bite me. Turns out in hindsight it is quite frightening. One of the undead, he bit my homeboy Fred. His eyes they bled, he was changing. I had to check my pulse when he started to convulse. In 28 seconds he was raging, and I thought to myself, I better peace out now. Don't tease the zombies will get you. Don't tease the zombies will get you. Dang, what could I do? I thought I was through. I guess I got to rock that cardio. No Winchester in sight or a cricket bat to fight. It felt like a zombie roll everyone was zombie fighting. Past the shopping mall, I flew like I was lightning. In this land of the dead, you got to keep your head, you got to keep it tight like mid-shown. Gotta get away, live to fight another day. You got to get yourself out the danger zone. And I think I better peace out now. Don't tease the zombies will get you. Don't tease the zombies will get you. Cut to the now, I made it somehow. Though at times the situation got dicey. 28 weeks in my pad when the Walking Dead were bad. Jamming to some tunes by Spicy. From that day forth, I had learned my lesson. When zombies on the street with them, you don't go messing. So what you gonna do when they're coming for you and you stumble upon a zombie storm? You lead them up a stair, you catch them unaware, and then you pull out their platform and don't tease the zombies will get you. Don't tease the zombies will get you.
On the streets tonight, with no reflection of the things that might come from this interview, you will not fight when you look into my eyes. This life's a screen, no sunlight shines upon this endless dream. A pure sensation, I'm not what I seem. Now just look into my eyes. Come a little bit closer, no surprise. I am getting bolder, it's a lie to say I don't know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. It's not sophistication that has caught you now and put you in this mood. Although I'll know I am playing with my food. I could take your heart by force, but I would never ever be so cruel. Night after night after night, I'm playing with my food. There we go. I am built to sparkle with what you don't know. You cannot find it because I'm just so. Now just look into my eyes. In the light of day, you will not find me, please don't go away. A stake through my heart if you don't stay. Now just look into my eyes. Come a little bit closer, no surprise. I am getting bolder, it's a lie to say I don't know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. It's not sophistication that has caught you and I'll put you in this mood. All the while, no, I am playing with my food. I could take your heart by force, but I would never ever be so crude. Night after night after night, I'm playing with my food. Oh, the car. It's the Tesla. And that building, I own it. Where does my money come from? Well, you can just say it's old money. No, it's not sophistication that has caught you and I'll put you in this mood. All the while, no, I am playing with my food. I could take your heart by force, but I would never ever be so cruel. Night after night after night, I am playing with my food. I could take your heart by force, but I would never ever be so cruel. Night after night after night, I am playing with my food. For thousands and thousands of years, I am playing with my food. Playing with my food. Playing with my food.
Couple of cool tracks there from my good friend Brian Lambert. Your good friend Brian Lambert too. Brian Lambert is everyone's good friend, your friendly neighborhood rock and roller. He has a new album out. It's called Wild. Came out last month. September 22nd is when that one came out. And he's a busy guy. He had another album come out. I think it was in August, maybe July. That one was called Automatic Imperfect. And the two of us have a single coming out in November as The Star Crumbles. It has a little bit of a theme from Shaft vibe. So channeling to the extent that we can, a little bit of that funky Isaac Hayes sound, but also with maybe a bit of a Trent Reznor feel thrown in. If that sounds a little odd, here's a little bit of a teaser for you. Anyway, then some words come in and I sing a bit, and then Brian sings a bit, and I sing a bit again. We trade off on this one, which is kind of a new thing for the two of us to do in a Star Crumbles tune. But enough about that. I'm looking at the clock. I'm seeing we're almost out of time. So just a quick recap. Eclectic Music Lover blog, good. Weird Music Marketing Experts, bad. Only the Host blog and daily YouTube show, good. Russian sex robots, bad. With an asterisk, unless that's what you're into. In that case, okay, just not my thing. GetMusic.fm, good. Wearing a Frank Zappa t-shirt without knowing any Frank Zappa songs, let's just say that's iffy. Listening to Tweetcore tunes, any independent music you can find, always beyond good. It's just awesome. It's an awesome thing to do. Supporting indie bands, also awesome. And you know what else is awesome? Who else is awesome? You, the listener. Thank you so much. Thank you for spending the last hour with me as I ramble on about all kinds of nonsense. In addition to the sense of course being the gospel of Tweetcore. Gonna leave you with a song called Horribly Right by a band called The Sun Sets Forever.